Before discussing how to treat love brain, we first need to break the stereotype of this phenomenon. Usually, people may associate love brain with those who frequently mention their partners, as if their lives revolve entirely around love. However, the real love brain is far more complex and common. Among those who appear strong, independent, and even somewhat cold leading ladies, we can also find traces of love brain. These women may be dominant in the workplace, with their careers being the focus of their lives, but in the world of emotions, once they touch on love, they reveal astonishing passion and dedication, as if the entire universe is condensed into this relationship. They will give everything without considering the consequences, just for a bit of warmth from the other party. It is important to realize that everyone harbors a deep desire for love. Those who are prejudiced against the love brain may not necessarily lack a longing for the nourishment of love in their hearts. It's just that this desire is deeply sealed and even deliberately suppressed. Once someone touches the strings of their hearts, even if it is just a faint resonance, this long-suppressed desire will erupt like a volcano, emerging with an unstoppable force, showing their extreme longing for love. From the perspective of cognitive psychology, the love brain is not a pathological manifestation, nor is it a behavior that should be demonized. It is actually a defense mechanism built in the emotional world by individuals who lacked sufficient care and acceptance during their growth process in order to protect themselves from further harm. For those children who have not been able to fully feel unconditional love since childhood and always feel marginalized, love has almost become the most precious oxygen in their lives. Without love, life seems to lose its due color and meaning. When they encounter someone willing to listen to their hearts, even if they only give a little warmth and attention, this person is like a dawn of light, illuminating their gloomy world and giving life a long-lost sweetness. However, if we rashly tell these people, "You are stuck in the love brain quagmire," this relationship is not suitable for you. It is tantamount to pouring a bucket of cold water on the faint hope that has been ignited in their hearts, and it can even be said that it is cruelly depriving them of the motivation and hope to survive. What's worse, when you try to wake them up and tell them the harsh reality, they may feel that not only does their lover no longer love them, but even their friends have begun to distance themselves. This double sense of loss pushes them into an even more lonely situation. In this case, even if an obviously unworthy person appears, as long as he shows a little bit of care, they may desperately grasp this life-saving straw, considering him as the only person in the world who can give them love. Interestingly, those who often criticize love brain, viewing it as a dangerous beast, are actually longing for the nourishment of love deep down. Psychological research has revealed an interesting phenomenon. The more people cherish something, the more likely they are to feel anxious and lost about it. This anxiety can even evolve into depression or other forms of negative emotions. They deeply desire love, but fear getting hurt because of it. So they wrap themselves in a seemingly rational and independent coat, repeatedly telling the lie, "I don't need love," trying to protect themselves from getting hurt. However, true inner strength is not manifested by constantly declaring one's independence and lack of need for love. On the contrary, those who repeatedly emphasize their lack of need for love and deliberately close their hearts may be filled with an emptiness that cannot be filled. This sense of emptiness can easily drive them to another extreme, that is, overly relying on someone to fill the void in their hearts, which is precisely an unhealthy emotional dependence. Especially in today's society, a wrong concept is quietly spreading. That is, love is seen as a game of value exchange. A person is only worthy of love when they have a certain economic foundation, physical attractiveness, or social status. I have emphasized many times that personal value is important, but it is definitely not just measured by wealth, social status, or external image. If you believe in this narrow view, then your view of love may always remain in a state of transaction, waiting for the other party's payment, and you lose the initiative to love and the ability to feel love. Compared to others, those who are wholeheartedly devoted to love, the love brains, actually demonstrate greater courage and determination. However, this almost blind passion can easily cause people to lose their rationality, overlooking other equally important parts of life, such as deep friendships, intimate confidence, and warm family relationships. Although love is beautiful, It should not become the entirety of life. Otherwise, when love encounters setbacks, individuals will face a huge emotional crisis. If you find yourself not wanting to continue being caught in the whirlpool of love brain and desire a healthier emotional state, then the first step is to bravely face reality and admit your love brain side. Please remember, the love brain itself is not scary. It is a natural expression of our deep desire and pursuit for love. The more you avoid this fact, the more likely you are to fall into self-doubt and anxiety. Once you recognize the traces of love brain in yourself, don't blame yourself, but accept it openly and say to yourself, I am a love brain. I desire love, and there is nothing wrong with that. In this way, you will become more composed when dealing with emotional issues, neither overly nervous nor overly defensive, but able to face the ups and downs of love with a more peaceful mindset. Subsequently, you need to delve into the nature of the love brain. For most love brains, formed due to a lack of love in childhood, their fundamental need is to obtain the care and acceptance they lacked since childhood. This need does not necessarily have to be met by a specific person. In fact, friends and family around you can greatly fill the void in your heart. Therefore, you do not need to place all your hopes on one person, nor should you regard this person as overly important to the point of losing yourself. Finally, and most importantly, since you have recognized your emotional needs, the next step is to learn to satisfy yourself and fill the void deep within your heart. The secret to achieving this is to learn to love yourself. I always emphasize that, no matter when or where, loving oneself should be our primary task in life. Please remember this. A person who does not know how to love themselves cannot truly love others. Similarly, they often attract those who also do not know how to love. Therefore, if you want to have a healthy and harmonious love, you must first learn to love yourself, so that you can walk more steadily and confidently on the path of emotions. Do you understand? This is a journey of self-discovery and growth. Only when you truly understand and accept yourself can you sail more freely and happily in the sea of love. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your free likes are the greatest encouragement for me. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.